Hello, Brittany here with Uncommon Sense, and today we are going through 3 different breathwork exercises that will really heighten your immunity, helping you release the sympathetic nervous system that engages our fight or flight responses into the parasympathetic nervous system that restores the body and rebuilds your immunity. How are we going to do that? Well, we're going to use 3 breathwork exercises to do so. The first one, Adham pranayam, belly breathing, where we're releasing any tension in your abdominal muscles, any constriction of the breath that's making it difficult to get down to the diaphragm. And then we're going to go into Derga pranayam, 3-part breath, where we're coming down to the diaphragm, then filling and pulling up to the chest so that you're getting down into the diaphragm that's cleaning the body, and the lungs that are filling the body with fresh oxygen and nutrients. And then finally, we're going to go into Sanjita pranayam, where we're going into box breathing, 4-4-4-4 breathing. Inhale, retain the breath. Exhale, retain the breath. And quiet it down, starting to listen to it till it gets to silent, so that our system can really reset completely, and we release you into your parasympathetic nervous system that's rebuilding immunity back into your body. After you've done this once, click below in the timestamp so that you get to skip this introduction. You don't need to hear it a bunch of times and can go right into the breath work. Let's get started. We are going to do our breathing exercises lying down. When we're having struggles with immunity, it's typically difficult for us to relax, and grounding the body is going to help you to do that. Now, what I'm recommending, if you have a pillow, you could put that underneath the knees. I'm not going to keep it there, but I'm just going to show you it. Where we're lying down flat, and this is going to help you ground the sacrum and the lower back, so that we're not pinching on any nerves that keep you in fight or flight here, all right? Now, where I'm going to go is what I recommend you do too if you're having a hard time relaxing, because it's a little bit more of an active relaxation for those just starting to release their nervous system and build immunity. Bending the knees and grounding the feet here. And if you're feeling tense when you breathe in, squeeze the mat, breathe out, release. Or the ground, wherever you're at. If you're on a bed, that's fine too. But breathing in, engaging, breathing out, release can really help us release tension in the body. That being said, that's where we're going to start. Releasing tension. Bring the hands down to the side. Take a few breaths to just fixate and focus your vision on a still point so you could feel the body. Inhale. Exhale. Don't try to do this any particular way, just 2 more breaths in and out. If your breath is faster than mine, that's okay. Take a few more breaths. 1 more for those who have a slow breath like me. Keeping your eyes as fixated and still as possible. Take a breath in and squeeze your legs. If you're touching the ground, you can push into it. If they're extended, just flex them. Engage the shins, the calves, the thighs, front and back, the thighs front and back, the thighs side to side. Breathe into this engagement of the full legs. When you breathe out, let it all go. Let's do this one more time. Breathe in, engage the full legs. Breathe out, let them go. Let's take a breath in, engage your booty and your belly. All the muscles of the booty, all the muscles of the belly when you breathe in. Breathe out, let all muscles go. One more time. If you have any tension in lower back, temperate your release so you're going a little bit gentler. Otherwise, just let them all go at once. Then we're going to engage the arms. Press your shoulders down into whatever surface is below you. Make 2 fists with the palms. Engage the biceps, triceps, forearms. Breathe into this tension. Breathe out, release it. One more. And then the last, we're going to go to the head. You're going to close the eyes. You're going to let your eyes look up at the mind and roll into the back of the head. And let your mind scream about anything, nothing, everything in between. Breathe out, drop the eyes, silence the mind. Let's do this one more time. Breathe in, look up at the mind, let the eyes roll into the back of the head, let the mind scream about anything, nothing. Breathe out, silence. Now let's take your left hand, place it on the chest, the right hand on the belly. We're going to start with our Adham pranayam, belly breathing. Inhale, let the belly fill like it's a balloon. Exhale, release it. Inhale, belly fills like a balloon, gets nice and big. Release all abdominals. Exhale, release. If this is difficult for you, we're going to engage the abdominals. If it's not, keep breathing like this. If it's hard for you to release the abdominals, take an inhale, engage the lower belly into the pelvis, the middle and upper belly into the spine, up under the ribs. Breathe into this tension. Breathe out, release. Feel that release, and then inhale into it, nice big belly. Exhale, navel into the spine. Let's keep breathing like this. Inhale, belly releases. Exhale, belly into the spine. Just two more. Eyes gently focused, helping you feel the breath. Feel the belly get big. Feel the belly get small, slowing it down each breath if you can. Now we're going to go into our 3-part breath. If it's difficult for you to release the abdominals, I don't want you to worry about this 3-part breath just yet. Get it next time. If this is coming easy to you, then we're going to go on. Inhale, the belly fills like a balloon. Then you're going to pull the breath up through the ribs to the chest, feeling that top hand rise. Exhale, let the chest release first and then the belly. Inhale, bottom hand rises as the belly fills, pulling the breath up through the ribs to the chest. Exhale, release from the chest, and then the ribs, and then the belly. Continuing to breathe in and out like this for 5 more breaths, eyes gently focused. Inhale, belly fills, ribs expand, chest expands. Exhale, release the chest, release the ribs, release the belly. Flowing with the breath, deep breaths in and out. Doing your best to feel the breath come in and leave, and if that's difficult, instead focusing on the hands. First the bottom hand rising as you breathe in, and then the top. As you breathe out, the top hand letting go first, and then the bottom. When we're in fight or flight, it might feel the opposite at first. Breathing into the chest and letting the belly drop. And this is where we want to really let go of in order for our immunity to kick back in. Taking these deep breaths in, releasing the abdominals, resisting any urges to hold them. Filling the belly so the diaphragm cleanses us, and then pulling the breath up to the chest so that we're invigorating our whole body, oxygenating our whole body. Exhale, release from the top down. At the very end, if you want a little bit more, draw the navel into the spine and up under the ribs like you're zipping up a tight pair of pants. Really cleansing the body of all toxicity. Let's get 2 more. If you're doing it right, you'll start to yawn. The body releasing adrenaline. Now, just like our belly breathing, we want to stick with the exercise that we're still learning. We don't need to move on just yet. So if that 3-part breath, you're just getting the hang of it, stick with that one. Otherwise, we're going to go into the 4-part breath, where you're inhaling, filling the belly, filling the ribs, filling the chest, and then holding the breath, retaining the breath. Then exhale, release from the chest, from the ribs, from the belly. At the end of the breath, retaining it externally. This is external retention, holding in the emptiness. Inhale, belly fills, ribs expand, chest expands, floating in the fullness, retaining, holding in the fullness. Then exhale, release the chest, the ribs, the belly, retaining, floating in the emptiness. And continue to breathe like this for 5 breaths. Inhale, belly fills, ribs expand, chest expands, floating in the fullness of the breath. Exhale, release the chest, the ribs, the belly, floating in the emptiness of the breath. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, float. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly, float. 3 more on your own. Doing your best to continue to feel, not fixating on controlling or holding. Coming back to feeling the hands anytime it's hard to think and sit with the insides. Feeling will allow us to release the fight or flight response that sends us to the mind, helping us rebuild our immunity by getting more comfortable with relaxation, squeezing with the toes anytime this gets difficult to give your body something active to do and ground your awareness. Let's get 1 or 2 more. Outstanding work. You have just engaged in 3 breathwork exercises to reset your nervous system to a more relaxed state. You can continue to lie down here and just relax. You can continue to stay with your breath. Either way, I'm gonna sit up and say namaste. And then in this video, I'll leave it playing for about 5 minutes with just some music. So if you're continuing to breathe, you have a nice auditory alongside of you. I bow to the light of life in you that is the same in me. Namaste.